Alright, traders, the last video I was talking about anxiety and dealing with anxiety in trading, and in this video I'm going to talk about greed and euphoria. But I mean, I'm talking from my own experience. I don't know to what degree what I experience is normal. I don't know if I'm more emotional or less emotional than the average person. I don't know how you would find that out. If you could put brain scans on me, or put little electromagnetic sensors on your brain and we compare. I don't know, but I do know that I feel a lot of anxiety and I feel a lot of euphoria as a person, and I feel a lot of it around trading, and it affects my trading very negatively. So by the way, welcome in, much love fam, Trav here. If you guys have been following me for a while, I'm going to update. Haven't logged into trade in like 10 days now. I was so tilted by misplaying the all-time high breakout of Bitcoin that I need to take a break and think about things. Transparency, I'm having a losing year, although I'm up in the last 60 days. But I was like, alright, I need a break. And one of the things I've realized is, I was just thinking about, for me, I'm quite an emotional person. And again, I don't know if I'm unusually emotional or slightly emotional, but what it means for me is that my own emotions become difficult for trading. Particularly when I feel euphoria, I tend to put on more risk. When I feel anxiety, I tend to take risk off. So when I vacillate between these things, I feel euphoric and I put on risk when I shouldn't. I feel anxious, I take off risk when I shouldn't. Everything for me is pointing for me to run my automated systems as an algo, which I'm working to get set up hopefully by the new year, and remove myself from implementing the trades, right? I can kind of program the trades and program the system and program the risk, and I will let the computer do the rest, okay? That's kind of what I'm thinking right now. I might come back to trade a little bit manually, but I don't know, it's a big commitment to come back to when it's every day, and there's a lot of valuable things I can do with my time, like YouTube and storytelling. There's other things I can do, and where I'm making enough through my other business and job that I don't really need to trade. It's more just like extra money that could help me for having kids later on. So there's value in it. But my experience, I mean, I've been telling you guys, okay, basic fundamental, don't plan your life around trading, plan trading around your life, right? It's much easier, it's more sustainable, right? You don't need to get up at some crazy hour to trade the open when you could trade some other strategy that suits your time zone. At the same time, where I'm getting to is, instead of trying to change yourself to be a profitable trader, or change yourself for your trading, why don't you change your trading for yourself, right? I'm sorry, I can't be a robot. I try to remove anxiety and euphoria. I can't do it. It doesn't work. I'm not able to remove it. But I could set up my trading in a way that the anxiety and euphoria doesn't affect it. And that would be through setting up algos, for instance, right? I've been focused on managing it, minimizing it, but yeah. Now, here's something to think about. When my dad was late in life, he was diagnosed with bipolar disorder. And I thought it was interesting because, as far as I could tell, I'd never seen him in his life have a depressive episode. It seemed like he was always manic, or he was always up, right? He was at times irritable, but when I think depression, I think being lethargic, low energy, doing nothing, right? Well, what if bipolar could also be vacillating between anxiety, where you're afraid of everything, and Euphoria, where you're afraid of nothing, right? And when I frame it like that, I could see how he could have bipolar, and I could see also how I could have. Now, not in a way that ruins my life, or not in a way that's diagnosable, not in a way that's even necessarily treatable, but, and again, I don't know how unique I am or how unique other people are, right? I don't know how different I am, how close I am to baseline, but I can kind of see how this anxiety and euphoria vacillation happens and affects, right? I'm just getting more deep into my own psychology. And what I'm noticing is it's not always triggered by anything, right? I can change my mood through listening to music. It might be at the time of day. It might be physical activity, getting outside. It might be triggered by something real. Anxiety can be triggered by an unexpected bill, or seeing someone I don't want to see, or change of plans. And anxiety can also, well, let's talk about euphoria. So how euphoria plays out for me is usually what happens is I make money, I'm up in the markets, or I'm up on a trade, and I feel so good, and I think I'm so smart that when I feel euphoric, I reflect it on me. Like, I'm a good trader, I'm a smart person, and oftentimes I go against what my system says to do. So for euphoria, it might be like, my system tells me I'm supposed to close my position. Instead, I'm doubling it and taking off any kind of a TP, right? So just something insane like that. Or euphoria could also be, I'm supposed to hold my lawn, but I'm just gonna book it and then log off and celebrate, right? But what it is in terms of euphoria, is not feeling afraid of anything, right? And not recognizing danger in the market. And you can say to work with euphoria, oh, you just need to, anytime you feel overconfident or euphoric, you just need to be extra careful and cautious. But it's like, I can't be, because when I'm euphoric, I'm just not aware of danger, right? When I'm euphoric, I can't be afraid at the same time, right? So it's really hard to be cautious. So everything that's leading me personally, and this is just for me, I mean, it may be worth it for you to have the challenge of trying to conquer and change yourself. I'm 34 years old, man. I'm not really trying to change myself that much. I kind of am who I am right now. Now I can add knowledge and new skills, but the chemistry of how my brain works, I would rather focus on other things. And everything points to getting it set up to trade algorithmically. And I can be involved in trading, right? I can set up the systems, because I don't feel anxiety and euphoria in designing a system. I might feel it once I start the back testing, but I really feel it when I'm putting trades on. So the period when I ran algos earlier in the year, it was expensive lesson, it didn't work, but I also was able to leave the trades alone. So yeah, that's where things are going. I hope this was insightful for you in some way, that you picked up some ideas. Appreciate y'all. Y'all are amazing. Much love. Look forward to reading your comments. Peace.